Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to GreedFall. So this will be my second run of the game, second playthrough, and what I wanted to do basically in this run is to explore the whole map and get all the legendary items, just do 100%, do all the quests, things like that. I would say I did 90% of the game last time. This time I want to do like 100%. So we'll start off and we'll pick a female character once again. We'll play on the normal as always. So I'm not looking for a challenge. I'm trying to do the completionist thing, so I don't want to make it harder than it actually is. And yeah, I would need a bit of help trying to design my character exactly like the one on the thumbnail, if that's possible.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Is the audio and video okay? I think it's hard to tell the default preset when you look like this. Okay, I think this is the default one. Hair looks a bit weird. Not this. Perhaps this. Audio and video is okay. I used this hairstyle in the previous playthrough. Now this one looks weird. This one. Could it be this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Eyebrows. This looks sad. I think it's probably this one. Skin color I think is fine. Hair color, it's too much sun in the face. Can't tell the color because of the sunlight here. This does not look like the character from the... There's just too much sun here. I think the eyebrows are really thin on the cover. I think maybe this one. I don't know which one is like the proper blonde color. Too much sun, yeah. Hello, 𝐿𝒌𝒻𝐴𝒚𝐴𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒆. Hello, welcome. It's just too blonde. That's the thing. I think this is probably as close to the can't decide on the eyebrows. Man, this is difficult to pick. I think this will do. Eye color, I think it's a greenish color. Yeah, does she look like the one on the cover now? Hard to tell because of the sun. I think this is... I will have to go with this. Alright. Technical. The profile focuses on controlling the battlefield. Accuracy, agility, science locking, warrior, strength, endurance, craftsmanship, vigor, science, intuition. I think we'll stick with the... What is the game about? It's basically... It's hard to describe actually. You are going on a new island and you have to find a cure for a disease on your your continent. And you are basically a diplomat and you have to keep the peace between different nations and do quests and things like that. So it's hard to describe because there are not many games like this, because in most games your character is like the chosen one, the prophecy is told about, the undead, the chosen undead, Neo, whatever else. Here you are just like a government official basically in a way. Alright, strength, agility, mental power, willpower, accuracy, endurance. Go with strength. See, now charisma helps with chatting people and getting them to do things. Vigor will help us pass difficult places. Craftsmanship, we can craft things. Intuition, we get more information. Lock picking, we pick locks obviously. Let's go with lock picking because last time I went with charisma, so let's go with lock picking. Alright, let's start. Hopefully we pick the right character this time. Alright, let's go.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished.
Yeah, the lip syncing isn't good in this game,
You
but
haven't forgotten
everything
that we're
else is
setting
good.
sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of 𝒚 and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
Alright, actually this hair looks good now.
I beg your pardon,
like once
but
away
urgent
from the
matters
sun.
call me away. Might we finish
Because
off
this was like one of my
Impossible,
complaints
lady.
about
You
this
are leaving
game.
with the tide, if what I've been
The
told
hair
is
textures are
correct.
not good.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Just look them in the eyes, ignore the lips. Yeah, it's hard to ignore the lips, especially when you can see the teeth. So obviously. Alright, let's save. New game save. Hello, by the way, sweet dude. Long time, yeah, long time. So, what I wanted to do was, we got some fancy equipment. This is the... Hang on, what is this? We don't have hats at the moment. So basically, we got some cool items as part of the DLC. Well, not DLC, it's just the pre-order bonus actually, that's what I wanted to say. So we shall equip all of that. Okay, it's already equipped. And pistol, rifle, look at this rifle with the decorations. And what else do we have? We have these boots, we shall equip those. Gloves, goldsmith gloves. And we have this doublet of good fortune, definitely looks better. Small pivot, stone collar, whatever that is. Do we have a hat? No, we don't have a hat. We'll probably get a hat once we step outside. 10 out of 10, lip sync. The thing is, it could be, maybe, because this is a French game, maybe there was this thing that they might have originally recorded the voice acting in French, and then when we listen, but even the French don't speak with their teeth out. You know, it's just not natural to speak like that. You pre-ordered this game? Yep. Alright, so also I've actually installed a mod because a lot of people were complaining about the camera movement in the game, and like some people are not liking it. I did not have an issue, I did not notice anything, so yeah, I still decided to install the mod, and I don't know if I can even tell if it's installed. Alright, I want to explore every bit of the map and pick up anything that I've missed last time. Yes, scrub the wall properly, my man.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Sure thing. Okay, we need to go and talk to Kurt, I think. Kurt should pop up soon. This is the coin guard. Where is Kurt? Oh, there it is.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Alright, let's see. Attack. I forgot what was different. Ouch! Hang on, the camera is actually worse now. Actually, let me actually remove the thingy, because this is actually weird. I don't know why people wanted to change the camera. The voice acting is good. Yeah, the lip syncing isn't. Alright, let me see. Because it's sort of flat, the camera has become flatter, and that's annoying. I want it to be a little higher, so alright. Common, GreedFall, camera. I hope I don't mess things up by removing this. Today's the 23rd, right? Okay, so I think if I just remove this folder, it should be good to go. Voice acting is good. The quest design is very, very good. And the world, the characters, they're all interesting. It's just like some minor budgetary issues. Things like the hair texture is really bad, in my opinion. The lip syncing is really bad. The combat isn't interesting enough. The NPCs just stand there. The animals especially, so the issues are mostly related to the limited resources of the studio. But yeah, after like Witcher 3, I wanted something like this, and a good RPG with some interesting quest designs, and it's definitely lived up to that in my opinion. Alright, so hopefully the camera is better now. Notice, let's see if the camera is better. People were not liking this bobbing. It's bobbing a bit. I suppose we can increase the FOV slightly to help with that. Field of vision. We just increase it slightly. If you like RPGs, then I think you'll definitely like this game. If you want something with combat and action, then no, I don't think so. Like somebody who likes Dark Souls
Green blood!
will not like this.
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
I'm gonna watch maybe 1 or 2 hours
Most loyal
of this
and tenacious master of arms.
know how
As
to
loyal
spoil
as
much.
you'll go.
Basically, just watch the prologue part. I'll tell you
I
when
know
you should
you
stop
like us.
watching.
Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world.
And then
I
you
see.
can decide.
Our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Because this one actually needs some time
I'm
to
not in
understand
need of
what's
your
going on
protection.
in the world.
I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
You see the camera angle now? This is actually, I prefer this. Maybe because I played the whole game like this, so I'm actually used to this now. That one was more like lower a bit. Defend yourself. Okay, what is dodge is A, P is parry. Ouch!
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
Nah, I've already played the game once.
No. Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
Yeah.
And here you are already assuming your political
What about Divinity
functions.
2? You've never played it on
And
stream.
in a
Yeah, I've
hurry.
just been
Always too busy. Very well.
It's just a
If
big
you ever
game,
wanna
so
go over
I've
your basics
not been
later,
confident to start
visit one
it.
of our barracks on the Isle.
I've played a
You'll
bit
always
of
find
it.
training
I think
partner
3-4
to
hours
give you a
maybe.
friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
I'm happy.
On
I
the
guess.
contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party.
Oh, now that's a
few
big
friends
camera
at your
shake.
side in
Are we able
unknown
to disable
territory
it?
is a boon.
Yeah, I think that's the
Don't
reason
tell
why
me
the
old
mod
school
was
teacher is
needed, I guess.
competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Okay, put the sword away. Now, basically what I did was I went with like a rifle pistol build, so I did not have to worry about the camera shake too much. I just shot people from like far away, so that made my life a lot easier with the camera issues. But yeah, that mod is there. I think it's available on Nexus, so if you pick up the mod, you should be good. See, like some of the things they have done really well, but then some of the other things, they are not done that well. So basically my main complaint is like the lip syncing is the biggest issue. Everything else we can sort of live with. I'll just explain some of the gameplay and the settings. And so basically these guys, the guy who just trained us, Kurt, he's a part of the coin guard. So they just take money and they provide the armies, the bodyguards, things like that. And this continent is suffering from the plague. And your mother is also dying. And we are going to this new island to hopefully find a cure. And also the cousin that we keep hearing about. He's appointed the governor. Because we are technically the rulers here. So our uncle is like the ruler of this faction or whatever country it is, the Congregation of Merchants, and he's sending his son, our cousin, to be the governor of this new island and set up base there. Now, if you remember that master guy, he told us to go and meet the ambassadors. So there are 2 other countries, and we have to go and meet the ambassadors of those 2 countries and talk about our departure and things like that, and maintain the relations basically. It's pretty hard to get into, but once you are into it, gameplay is very addicting and has a lot of depth. For me, it's pretty close to The Witcher 3. What I did was I played the prologue part, and when the ship sinks or whatever, and then we get on land. I reached that part, and normally I don't like the turn-based combat, but that was like the only game where I liked the turn-based combat. Like, they have done it so well. That game is almost perfection. However, it's a little hard to get into, like you said. And that is probably one of the reasons why I couldn't really get into it. Those big RPG games, those are games where when you have like a lot of free time, or like when you're not doing anything and just you sit and just no life it. That's the sort of game when you play it. I mean, I did the same thing with this one, but this is like a 40-hour game. That's like, I don't know, double this at least. So anyway, let's go and talk to Mother. Now look at the woman's hair here.
Have you not been taught to knock?
See, this is why I did
I've
not
asked 1,000 times.
like.
Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Yes, look at her hair.
Let's speak of more
It
pleasant
doesn't
things.
look natural.
I'm so very happy to
This is
hear
a double A
your
game,
voice.
right? Yeah, exactly. It's a small studio.
You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying.
Hello, Ajay.
that would
Welcome.
Ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people.
She's having
Come now.
tea and
It
apples.
is time for
Apples
you to
and tea.
leave.
That doesn't make sense.
Here, take this with you.
Yeah, it looks pretty natural to me. Got the same hair.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Actually, I never paid attention to the music last time. Indie devs pretty damn well made for a small team. Yeah, the quest is like, I've never seen anything like this. I think in some ways it's even better than The Witcher, probably. Alright, so we are outside now. Now we have this prologue area. Let's save here. So this is this area is called Serene. So this is our city on the continent. Once we leave this area, we don't come back here. So that's something we need to keep in mind. I forgot how to check. Now, yeah, another thing that I did not like about this game was the map. You can't see the map, it's just on top, like, and going through the streets like that is a bit more trickier than it looks. What? I thought you were waving to me. Who are you waving at? Alright.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look,
Lighting is good.
we can see the masts of the ship.
Most
that'll be
things are
taking us.
good. Yeah, it's just
This is
the
one
lip
sacred
singing
adventure we're
that's
embarking on.
distracting.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Did you log to 30
Where is
FPS?
the supplier
The stream is at 30
In the lower
FPS.
boroughs, near the port.
Right then.
The game would
We'll
be
put
more
it on our
like
list of visits.
40 perhaps. Alright. Hello 𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐼, my one and only member.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of 𝒃𝒏𝒏 and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly
I
worth
finally
an
finished
inspection.
Gears 5 killed JD. You did not think about poor Marcus, like what he would go through. Okay, so basically we have two types of quests. Obviously the main quest, so this is the one with the sort of starry shape is the main quest, and the circular one is the side quest, and then you have stuff, other missions. So here the main side quests are just as important. So now Kurt, he wants a mission, so we can go with him and help him out. And yeah, I'll try and explore. Now last time what I did was I put my talent points into... Do we have a better hat? Yes, we have. We put our talent points into... Where is it? Okay, so we have talents here. So last time we had charisma. So this helps in like negotiating with people and makes it easier. And this time I went with lockpicking. And this makes the game, like the playstyle, different completely. How is Bloodstained? I did not like it as much as I thought. Yeah, it just felt like there was some remaining polish that was needed to the game. It's like not fully ready in my eyes. Okay. Alright, so where do we need to go? So we have to go, and this is where we need to go. This is like the main quest, side quest, and all these question marks. So let's just explore the game here. Like if I take my time, this should probably take 3 hours to do this area. People dying of the plague. When you see this, there's some loot here we can steal. Hoofers, okay. Gold coins, ammo. I did that thing I went here last time. What are you doing, my man? Is there any difficulty modes? Yeah, 4 difficulty settings. Easy, normal, hard, extreme. I'm playing on normal again. Yeah, it's a nice slow-paced game. You can just sort of lean back, pick up the controller, and okay, what did we get? We picked up some items. Bag, mother's present. I think this game will come to Game Pass. Yeah, it could. I don't see why not. This is like one of the places where we have to go for the main quest. We'll go there later. I want to keep the main quest at the end. I want to do all the side stuff first. So let's go and talk to that guy. What are you doing? You're praying to the fire? Okay, interesting. Feels like 20-25 FPS. Yeah, it's about 40 FPS most of the time at these settings. Yeah, weapons and armor customization is really good here. Let's open up the map. Alright, let's talk to the merchant. We have to talk to this guy. Alright, let's save here because depending on how we play this, we might get different outcomes.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Alright, ask for more instructions.
Your master has apparently asked you to
The outfit
demand
is very
a
similar to
second
the old
payment for this
Swedish
merchandise.
Carolean soldier.
That's right.
Alright, that's nice. Which
He
one?
told me that
The
their
player
attendants seemed
character?
to be hiding
Or
something
the
when
other
he
guy?
passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
What's that beep sound? That's my AC. I'm switching that on.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was
Characters
already
close.
made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Alright, so you can see we can either bribe him, we can threaten him, we can use our charisma, but there's a 50-50 chance of that working. So we could try the bribe option, because last time I did the charisma option and it worked. But this time we don't have the skill point in the charisma thing. So let's try the
I'm
bribe.
certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated, oh, the dastardly boldness of 'em face in front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
So we got like a reputation increase with the coin guards because we convinced the merchants somehow. Now last time I tried a different tactic and it worked. I tried to sort of reason with him, tell him like, look, what will people say and your business will suffer, blah blah blah. What the? Oh.
To the others!
I forgot how to use my gun. I should have looked. Hang on. Firearms. Assign. Potions. Bind. Alright, I'm good.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Yeah, these guys were unexpected. They just popped out of nowhere. Old feather coat. Some crap. That was the third guy. Oh yeah, this guy. We got him. Something in the barrel. Right, let's see if our gun is better or if our fancy rifle is better. The rifle 29, regulation pistol. Yeah, rifle is better. You can pause and switch things up. Yeah, it's called, I think, a tactical pause or something. So where were we going again? We have to go and meet with the coin guard here. Alright, so we have to just take a right, I think. Crafting table. Now we don't have the crafting skills, so I don't think we can do anything about it. Can we? Nope. We can't upgrade this. Yeah, I'm playing it at a very slow pace right now.
You'll find all you need in our select.
Shut up.
Welcome. It's such. Have you seen any?
Sell the crap that we just got. Old saber, sell it. Regulation pistol, alright, sell it. Used felt hat, sell. Old leather coat, yeah, definitely sell this scrap. Traveling suit, we'll just keep it just in case. Dirty gloves, sell. Soft boots, sell. Comfortable boots, sell. Necklace we keep. Magic potion, I guess we'll keep this stuff for now.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Alright, let's see if we can buy something actually.
Welcome.
Shut up. Sell. Alright, serene rusty mace. Can we even buy this? Because we need one strength, so we can buy this, but we don't have the money. Two-handed sword, we don't have the strength. Oh, this looks good. How much is it? How much damage does it do? It looks pretty cool. We have this, we have this. How much is this? Is 181. Okay, we might buy this. Looks nice. Thing is, with this first area, once we leave, we can't come back here. So I don't want to. Bottle of brandy, sleeping potion, metal dolls. Okay.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
See you soon. Hello, Abdul Samir. Hello, welcome. Alright, let's loot here. Okay, I think. Oh, yeah, this is where we wanted to go. We walk in like it's like an old west saloon. Smash the doors open.
Lady 𝒔𝒏𝒆, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon.
Isn't this the voice of Vernon Roach from Witcher 3?
Yes.
Listen to it.
We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Alright, so basically we have to smuggle some containers onto the ship because the formalities are too much and we don't have time because we are leaving today. Is there anything else we can grab here? A cart. Alright, so what is the next step? We go back to find a way to move the cargo to Tier Freddy. Okay. We will get sick in this part of town. Why don't you stream Divinity Original Sin 2? I don't know. Never thought about it, if I'm honest. Companies should give us money to play their games for long hours. They do, but to like bigger streamers who can help sell their games. Alright, get out of the way. I need to loot this. Yeah, let's check. Oh, there's something here. Yeah, I'm going to be annoying here. I'll be looting and cleaning up this part of town. Alright, so next step is to go and talk to the captain of the ship. Vasco. Yeah, look at that. More loot. More dead bodies here. Okay. Divinity Original Sin 2 is 𝐿𝒂𝒏𝒆𝒍𝒔's favorite game. I thought CSGO was his favorite game. He keeps playing that all the time. I'm glad I left game like 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆 in a corner and started playing PC games. That's good. Zones controlled by other factions. So this faction is basically the sailors here. So we can't go into that area without being suspected. PUBG on emulator, FPS are definitely below 30. I've locked it to 30 for the stream. The stream is at 30, the video is playing at 30. I love to play WB games like Batman, Assassin's Creed is not Warner Brothers. Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft. Play PUBG. Okay.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm 𝑺𝒖𝒃𝒔𝒄𝒄, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Not a good start. You call a ship a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear
This voice is also
could you
familiar.
report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Alright, so basically he has given us a quest as well, like find the cabin boy. Now on the surface it looks like a straightforward quest, find the cabin boy, find out what happened. But this was surprisingly complex, this quest.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
No, we already asked.
Other than fellow... I don't think so.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last...
It's been 2 days. It wasn't about the day of departure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all
Cuisine
members of
Royale.
the same family.
That was fun.
But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nort?
Our magic, yes, that only the Norts master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nort from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Norts for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄.
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Alright, so we got some information. This is how... Now we need help with the merchandise. So remember the other quest we have for Kurt to smuggle the stuff. We want to ask his help, but of course he's the captain, so...
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm Orlez.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Alright, so we got
Be back
everything
soon,
out of the
Captain.
captain. So basically, we have to find the cousin, we have to help Kurt get the merchandise, and we have to find the cabin boy. Alright, so let's continue the cabin boy quest. Because the cabin boy quest was surprisingly well done. Alright, so this is the cabin boy quest. Okay, let's do the cabin boy quest because we are nearby. So let's go and talk and get some information. We shall loot in the meantime as well. Yeah, it's a very slow-paced, relaxing game. I enjoyed this a lot. And I'm playing it for the second time. I don't think I've done this since The Witcher 3. Alright, so we have to ask this. Hang on. Let me loot first. Here we got a sailor's coat. Could come in handy.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
So he's not a big drinker.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Alright, ask about the captain.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Alright, we got
I need
information.
to be going. Farewell.
We need to talk to the other chap, Lauro. I like the Tomb Raider franchise. All 3 games are good. Why don't you stream Tomb Raider? Why don't you stream this? Why don't you stream that? Yeah, so many games. I could stream a lot of games, but I'm trying to do some newer games these days because I don't know. I might get a few more views and I might see. It'll depend on the mood, really. I've never been a fan of the Tomb Raider games. I've never actually played any. I have the first 2, not the first 2, the reboot. Alright, so we have to talk to this guy and get more information about the missing cabin boy. I've spent 64 hours on Shadow of War, but completed only 15%.
The missing cabin boy well.
Wow.
Is that right?
It's not that big a
Talking
game.
about Jonas. You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Yeah, he's a drunk, so nobody believes him.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you, the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Alright, we got some information about somebody like a gambler.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Alright.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Okay. I liked Far Cry 3 the most, still. 4 was fun. I played 4, 3, and Primal on stream, right? Done 2 of those on stream. I could try 5 as well, because those games are a bit more sort of casual, you could say. Open-ended, open world games. Alright, so we have to go to this tavern, and where is the bloody tavern? Oh, it's just right ahead. And we have to talk to this gambler who comes every day. Hang on, there was a shop here.
Citizens of Serene, come to me. Are your boots worn through?
Yeah.
Have you?
What do we have to sell? Magnificent feather. Let's sell the magnificent feather. Hawthorn. Healing potions and resuscitation powders. Don't need it now. Let's just sell it and get the money. Yeah, I'll just sell everything right now, and we'll keep the stuff later when ammo we need. Major health potion. Sailor's coat could come in handy. Traveler's coat. Alright, sold
Thank
up.
you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people.
I have to say this game, that this game is a very good streaming game to watch. It's like a movie with commentary. Interesting.
Welcome.
Hang on. Let's see.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Yes, they could sort of add some more voice lines because they tend to repeat their lines as well in this game. But it was nothing as bad as the game we played yesterday. What is this? What is this pickup? That was just money lying around. Okay. Alright. So this is, I believe, oh, what is this? More money. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. This is the regular, the guy we want to speak. But first we'll talk to this chap.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
I need to be off.
I'll have to come back and ask about the cousin.
Goodbye.
So, what about Man of Medan? No, not my kind of game. I'll buy Far Cry 5 after I upgrade my PC or I buy a console, okay? What did you play yesterday? We played the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Hello, Rennie LFC, hello. I really want him to play Divinity 2. I will try, we'll try at some point, during the quiet moments. How long is the game? I just get scared of very long games.
Who are you?
For streaming.
I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
So basically, we got some information there was a rich man.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the 𝒚 embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
That's an interesting. So basically, some rich guy seems to have kidnapped the cabin boy. Now, why would that happen? Alright, what are you guys talking about? About 100 hours, but once you get into it, you'll wish the game was longer. Yeah, the problem with 100-hour games is I can't really stream it, because I can stream maybe 3 hours a day. If I just start something like that, it'll be like half the year streaming that game. And if it's a good game, then I won't be patient enough to wait until evening for the stream. I'll try and play it whenever I get some time. So, what I could do is, after we play this game, I could start that, because I don't think there's anything else that's coming out that I'm looking forward to, because I'll be playing Apex on my own anyway. I'll occasionally maybe stream once or twice, but I don't have anything else planned to stream after I finish this game. So I could at least start it, play a bit, and see if it works as a streaming game. If it doesn't, then I'll play it on my own if I get into it. If not, we'll find something else. Borderlands 3 comes out around the same time as Cyberpunk. Anyone notice NPC bugging on the left and the back? Yeah. They get stuck. They keep hitting the wall. This is just stupid. Some of these things. Okay, so now we have to find out about that kid. And we have to find this rich person. Poorly written notice. So we still have to do that quest for Kurt. Smuggle the items. Okay, we can't go this way. Start Divinity Original Sin 2. I'll help you. I mean, I started the first part. I think I played like 3-4 hours, so it's not like I haven't played it, but yeah, I might need a bit of help. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Sure, I'll just go upstairs to the bedroom then. Weird setup, but sure. What the... I think we got stuck there. My lady.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sardet. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him.
Simply had to
a
carry
gesture
him.
that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
It's like forcibly taking someone and they misunderstood that.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact... It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
So, did anybody understand what's going on with the quest? Because I'll go and get the explanation now, but can you guess what happened to the boy? I mean, she already told you technically. I saw like a box glowing right now somewhere. So basically in this game, the Nauts are the sailors. If somebody is born on the ship, they are considered Nauts, and sometimes people give away their children to the Nauts for whatever reason in exchange for something. And that boy was given away, the cabin boy. And when they came on shore, the father and the mother somehow managed to smuggle him, like kidnap him back. So now we are going to ask what this pact is. So basically, before the boy was born, he was offered to the Nords. Like, you know, when you say that I'll give you my firstborn or something. And that was the deal made, and the father must have given it. But now they regret it, and they took the chance to kidnap him back. So what we need to do now is learn more about the Nord contract. So we're probably going back to the captain and ask him what the bloody hell this contract is. Or maybe we are talking to the master, the 𝐒𝐻𝐳, about. So this is our master. Let's talk to him as well. Yeah, I'm coming.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on 𝒂𝒄𝒄? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving.
Alright, so we got some information about him. Now we need to find out about the Norse contract. I've completed my first run as a magic wielder mainly. It took me 64 hours. Wow. I actually sort of spent 40 hours, but this time I'm trying to do like 100%, like explore everything. Like even the quest from this master, like all the exploration quests, I want to do that because those were the only ones that were remaining. Goddamn, my fingers are itching to buy this game. Oh yeah, it is interesting. Like this is just one side quest in this game, the Cabin Boy Quest. And we are going to get more information about
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no
Don't
fear.
worry.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
No, we'll find him, don't worry.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
So we found out about the contract. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go to the
Captain.
master.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de 𝐒𝐻𝐳 is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
So this guy here, the master, de 𝐒𝐻𝐳, he's like the Wikipedia. So we are going to ask him about this bloody contract.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been there.
Don't worry.
I
Don't
certainly
worry.
hope so.
And let's find out about the contract.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, 𝑺𝒖𝒃𝒏𝒆𝒍𝒔. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Naughts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Naughts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
So you see what happened here. Like initially I thought, oh my god, the Naughts kidnapped the kid. But now it turns out the father had given up the kid before he was born. So actually the Naughts are not in the wrong here. Do you have any support link for Green Man Game? If I buy your... Yeah, I do. If you see the main channel, check any of my latest video. I've put all the links in the description. So all the sites that I use, Green Man Gaming, Humble, Fanatical, I've put all the links there. What do you think about reselling digital games? I've heard a couple of people talk about it, but I've not really looked into it. It's an interesting idea, I would think, but I don't know what to make of it, because on the one hand, it is useful, but if people are able to sell their games, then we'll only be left with the online multiplayer games, the live service, the GAS games, GAS, games as a live service thing, games as a service. And yeah, then the only way that devs could make money would be loot boxes and microtransactions, and we don't want that. The single player games, the story driven indie games, games like this, we won't have these games, because this is a very dying breed of game. And one of the reasons why I love this game is because, and EA has stopped making games like this, nobody else makes it. Cyberpunk from CD Projekt, those are the only people who make this sort of game, and they can't make games like this all the time, once in 5 years maybe. So on paper it might be okay for gamers to sell off their extra games. Like I have 500 games, I could sell off a few that I'm not playing, but it doesn't look like a good idea in the long run, at least from a healthy gaming economy, let's say, especially for the future of games. Okay, so discover where Jonas is detained. So we have to go and find Jonas. I think we have to go back to his mother and ask. Game Pass is also bad for gaming, but people still use it. I mean, you could say that, but I look at it as sort of a way of checking out some demos, I guess. You pay a monthly subscription, you are just playing the game until you have the subscription. So it's not like you own the game. So at least they're making money out of it. So we can't go here. I picked lock picking, but I haven't found a chest that I need to unlock. Maybe it's already unlocked because level 1. Like for example, I played Gears 5 on the Xbox Game Pass. I really liked it. Now whenever I see it on sale on Steam, I'll pick it up because I would like to have that in my library. So in a way it works. And I've also tried, like yesterday I played Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, because that was a very expensive game on Steam because of the, well, the lack of regional pricing. And after playing it for a couple of hours, I did not like it, so that saves me some money. I won't buy that game. And also the Xbox Game Pass doesn't have all the games. It's some games that I've agreed. Alright, we got this thing. Note to the attention of the servant. I would like you to prepare several meals and bring them to the warehouse we own on the canal. My husband will have to work there with his clerk and his men for a few days. So make sure there is enough food for everyone. And be discreet. We do not want other families to know.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Yep, sure, why not? Last time I was just able to talk my way out of all these things because my skill points were not. But this time, hang on, I see something there. You play games once and you are done most of the time. Yeah, I agree. For single player games, yeah, definitely. I'm guessing this unlocked because I mean, in a way, people also pirate games, so you could argue that nobody buys games anyway. They could just pirate it, so there's also that.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Right, let's save here. I don't know how this will go.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Anybody home? Nobody here. And I don't see anything here. I don't know if anyone here is interested in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but you can preload the beta on the 24th and start playing on the 26th. Ah, down here. Yeah, if I open this door, I'm expecting people to be standing, so I don't think there's any point in being discreet.
Lady 𝒔𝒊𝒃𝒆.
Ah, Mr. Fontaine.
What are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The 𝐁𝐮 are worried about his disappearance.
Those 𝐁𝐻s took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Tell him about what these 𝐭𝐲𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐻 taught us. Because see, we don't have like high charisma to reason with him. There's a 50-50 chance it will work, so I'll try and talk to him.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the 𝐁𝐻s. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the 𝐁𝐻s. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Yeah.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her.
We're blackmailing.
I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the 𝐁𝐻s.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Alright. Now let's free the poor boy. But it worked out in the end. I did not have to use any of my special skills. Where is the boy? They're locking him up. Nope, not here. Oh, sorry, the other room. Ah, this is lockpicking level 1. What do I get? Nothing particularly great, if I'm honest. Oh, glitch, did you see that? We just went through the bars.
Who are you?
My name is 𝒔𝒊𝒃𝒆. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seemed so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the 𝐁𝐮𝐝𝐿. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yep.
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Alright. Now we have to go and tell the captain that your quest is done. That will increase our reputation with the 𝐁𝐿s, the sailors, and therefore help our congregation. Oh, there's another entrance. I did not know about this. Ah. What are you guys doing here? Oh, through here. My bad. See, this is like one side quest, and all the quests in this game are like this. It's sort of multiple paths and multiple ways of doing it. So we had to find the boy. Like initially it looked like the boy was kidnapped, he was in danger, maybe he got killed. I was expecting him to be killed or something, but it turns out it was just his father trying to bring him back home. And an interesting contract. And we also understood about this contract, and the side quest gave us information about the world and how the different factions work. Alright, so now we go and tell the captain. He'll be grateful, I'm sure. What the hell? We are in like a very bad part of town. Dead bodies everywhere. I'm trying to like explore this part completely, thoroughly, because we are not going to come back here once we end the prologue section. There's the captain.
Madam, you still haven't found your...
Have no fear.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
See, +3 reputation with the 𝐁𝐿s. So
be back soon, Captain.
We have leveled up. Okay, what did we get? Let's see the points. So we got some skill points. Now I'll be investing my points in the rifle. So gun is what I want. More abilities here. Let's save a bit. There is weapons upgrading in this game, right? Is there armor too? Yes, there's a lot of upgrade options. Like that 2-3 options. You can change things on your armor. I can add armor to this coat that I'm wearing. Is the game well optimized? Yeah, for the most part, yes. There are a few bugs here and there, but I did not have a single crash in like the 40 hours that I've played. So yeah, it is fine. It works beautifully, I would say. Is this game well optimized? Okay. Have you played Dragon Age Origins? Everybody seems to be asking about Dragon Age Origins. The game reminds me a bit of it. I have it, but I haven't played much of it. I cannot wait to try out Stadia with Australian internet. Yeah, I don't know when it'll come to India as well. Not the initial launch, at least, I think. Although we are not bad with internet as far as India is concerned, at least the bigger cities.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
Ah, okay.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Alright, so this is the other person for the other quest, the one with Kurt, to sneak the merchandise. Now this is a bit too easy. like what I did. We have to go into the harbor master's office and clear out the warehouse guards, and then, you know, mess around with the log or whatever it is. So the way you can do that is just change your outfit to one of the sailors and then just walk in. Basically, just pretend it's like, oh, you're part of the same thing. So we put on a sailor's coat and we just walk in. Easy peasy. Where was the harbor master's office? I think maybe here.
To get in there without being noticed.
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, the games, they have to do this sort of thing.
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Alright, let's use the drink option. Let's get them drunk. Instead of sneaking in, why don't we just get them drunk? So I think what we need to do is go to the shopkeeper and see if he's selling any sleeping potions. Over here. Prepare a drink. Okay, let's go. I don't know if I can prepare the drink because I did not put my skill points into the crafting scientific section. I don't know if I can do it myself, but I think I can just buy it from like the shop. See, this is the crafting table, but I don't have the science points. Let's see if maybe something simple we can do. Yeah, science level 1 is locked, so we can't do it ourselves. So we'll have to buy. I think we can buy it, I'm not 100% sure. Yes, yes, blah 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 blah. Yes. So this is the quest: bottle of brandy, sleeping potion. Let's buy both, because I don't know which one to use. I imagine mixing one in the other is what we need to do.
Welcome.
Oh no, not this guy. Sorry. Let's actually sell him some of the crap. Okay, what do we have? We can sell this one. Reinforced gloves, we can sell that. Soft old boots, sell that. We'll keep that. What here? Okay. I don't think I can craft that drink because I don't have the skill points. Prepare a drink laced with sleeping pills. Yeah, we need the science skill points. At the moment, I did not spend my points in the science section. So basically here where is it? Intuition, science. So I don't have the. Allows you to make simple potions, allow you to destroy weak walls, and so yeah, I put my point in lockpicking. So sneaky is, I think, the better option for us. Now, you can start with like something else and then do the quest that way. So we can't do that section, so let's go and tamper, not prison. What is this over here? Clear out the warehouse guards. Alright, we'll just go and talk to them because we are wearing the outfit. Let's try and see if it works. It's actually not difficult, this game, if you have the right dress or like right coat, uniform, whatever.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're your replacements. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were
That was
starting
too
to
easy.
grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is
Arr,
clear.
mate.
We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Alright, so we cleared the guards. That was pretty straightforward. Alright, so what do we do next? We loot the warehouse because we have full access now. We have to look for their no, not you have to smuggle in the crates, and also first we have to tamper with the, okay, see, lockpicking level 1. Now if I hadn't chosen lockpicking, I would not have been able to open this. And to be honest, I should not have picked lockpicking because we got crap in there. But let's go outside. So it's after 1800, 18 now, okay, 1806. Time to get some chrono coin. 56k coins, wow. That's a lot. Okay, let's see if we can just walk straight through, because those guys had no problem. What about these chaps? Actually, let's just save just in case they get suspicious. I think we should be able to get through here without any issues. Yes, it seems. Right, what do we have here? Nothing. This is not the harbor master's office, is it? This is the prison, okay. Behind. Yeah, I'm really taking my time with this game, so hope you guys are not getting bored. Let's see if we can sneak in here. Oh crap.
The manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
We shouldn't have to sneak. I mean, we are wearing the uniform. Let's just walk and see what happens. The last time I think nobody was here when I did this mission. Ah, level 1 chest again. Oh, there is the manifest, and there's the set of keys.
Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Okay, we have tampered with the harbor master's records, so now we have put our stuff in there. Now we have to go and tell the porters to put the stuff. Also loot this. Alright, we got sailors items. Let's equip everything, I guess. Sailors gloves. Sailors boots. I'm a full sailor then. Hello. Oh, there's something. I think I can loot this one as well. I'm just a sailor looking to loot. There's only gold, 2 gold coins in that enormous chest. I've only used the coins to buy a Left 4 Dead-ish game called Earthfall. Oh yeah, I tried that as well. It's just, yes, it's very similar to Left 4 Dead, yeah. Alright, not warehouses. We've tampered, and we don't need to prepare a drink now because we've already gotten rid of them. So what is the next step in our quest? Inform the porters. Okay, so we don't need to do the drink part because we've already remove the people from there.
Well now, can we get going?
Yes, man.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move at all.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there.
You still talk to NPCs, yeah?
Move out. Quick steps.
See, we did not do that, but we got +2 reputation with the coin guards with the quest. Now we go back and talk to the chap Vernon Roach and tell him that we have done the part. Right, where is he? Yeah, the only thing I would have appreciated is if they had put a mini map. That would have made the game a bit easier. Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going? Here, I think? No. The coin guard. I think it was here. Yep. But I think I should get back into my fancy outfit rather than this sailor stuff. Doublet of good fortune.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle. Won't believe your eyes.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
So this quest isn't complete yet. We have to go to the island New Serene and then we talk to the guy over there and then this quest will be complete. The only thing missing in this game is background music. It does have background music, but it's very subtle. They have like the Witcher style music during combat with the type stuff. Okay, so this quest is done for now. We will complete it when we get to the island. So this is otherwise done here. Now what we can do is we can look at some of the main quest, I guess. So notify the Bridge Alliance ambassador about your departure. Notify the 𝒚 ambassador about your departure. And discover where to find Constantine. So we'll do the Constantine search at the end. Now let's go and talk to one of the ambassadors.
Is your hat out of... Welcome! It's such a... Have you seen any...
I just want to sell the crap, my friend. We can't carry this, you can see. This is insanely big. And we don't have the option unlocked, so we'll sell it for now. I mostly spend the money buying ammo in this game. Health potions, ammo. But you can craft it as well, like ammo can be crafted. We have 2 sailor scores, we'll sell one. Worn guard doublet. Should we keep one? I only wanted to keep the legendary stuff. We'll sell the guard doublet because we don't really need that.
Thank you for your visit. See
No
you soon.
problem. See you soon.
Closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence.
Alright, so where is the bloody ambassador? over there. Also, this part of town is like dying, everybody's getting killed because of the plague. So they've made it into like a very depressing setting, so that's why it's probably not got enough music there.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for 𝒂𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please.
Yeah, spit it out.
Tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea, remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency.
So he has given us a side quest as well.
I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Right, we'll ask him about his country and other things, so we can get some of the idea. And he's also given us a quest which will explain their faction and their things as well. Do you need to maintain the weapons, sharpened swords, etc.? No, we don't need to do that. It's a bit simpler in that sense. The Bridge Alliance.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
He's giving us the background of his faction. So they are the scientists, the alchemists.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
We are the congregation, by the way.
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on 𝒂𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆 for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded 𝒃𝒏, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous.
we discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with 𝒂𝒏𝒏?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆 has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
Alright, so we got all the background. So this guy is from the Bridge Alliance, he's the ambassador.
Goodbye, Excellency.
And
Goodbye,
𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆 is the other
Lady
countries.
𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆.
And he has given us a quest as well. So what I'll do is we'll go and talk to the ambassador of the other nation. And talk to him, and he'll give us a quest as well. So we do all these quests, and then when everything is done on this island, we'll leave this starting area and go to 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆. And that's when I would say you should get into the game and stop watching if you are going to play the game, because initially all of this can be a bit confusing. Like, we are the congregation, he is Bridge Alliance, this is 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆, then the Nords, the Coin Guard, then the natives as well once we get there. So now we are going to talk to 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆. So those guys were the scientists and the alchemists. These guys are the religious nutters, basically. He has a very fluffy beard, I must say.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆 on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache.
We'll have to look at the dictionary for that.
Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your
Yep,
help.
he has a side quest as
on a
well.
delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in 𝒤𝒻. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in 𝒤𝒻. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Okay, now we'll ask him about his background. Now, if you don't like the games with a lot of talking, then this is already an example that this might not suit you. But if you like the depth and the storytelling and the background, then this is fantastic.
Could you tell me anything about 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith.
Hello, David. Hello.
We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet.
and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of 𝒚 are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Alright, so they are the religious one, but they also do the magic stuff. Those guys are the other one. They are the scientists and the alchemists, so the crafting people. These are the magic ones.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of 𝒚, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only 2 complaints.
Go on.
That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is 𝒚 faring on 𝒕fredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining
that's
our
the
sacred
AC.
faith.
It's getting coincides, switched
Of
it off.
course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
All right.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on 𝒕fredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Alright, so did you guys get the whole picture?
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, 𝒕sade.
So, 𝒚, they are the religious kind. They also have the magic abilities. Bridge Alliance, the science people, crafting and stuff. These two don't get along, they are at war. But on 𝒕fredi, they are sort of maintaining a peace for now. We are the neutral faction, we are not involved with anyone. And both of them have given us a quest. So what I'm trying to do is, like today, on today's stream, I want to do this starting prologue section and finish this part and then head to the main island, and then I think I'll stop. So, the charlatan. So, that was the quest from the Bridge Alliance chap. He wanted us to capture this charlatan who's like selling medicine, fake stuff, and he wants us to capture him. He said city center. There, that guy.
Come to me. You won't. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the 𝒚 Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the 𝒚 isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the 𝒚, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the 𝒚 best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Intense sense of well-being. What does that feel like?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Yeah, we just go around the back, pick one of his bottles and just sell him his morphine. Oh, look at that shot. I don't trust him. Yeah, I don't blame you. Let me loot one. What do we have here? These pages are covered in small, almost illegible handwriting, experiment results, patient observations, and incomprehensible symbols, but the complexity of some of these recipes leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist and was certainly very knowledgeable. This guy is actually pretty good, but... Letter from the innkeeper to the servant. The weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs asked us not to clean during his stay. The old fool must want us to accidentally break his, so leave him. Okay. So he is an alchemist, but he is also being dodgy, like selling the cure for everything. Okay, let's just loot everything. Right in this point. Like that first shot was really good, like that guy just flew. Alright, so now we've stolen a bottle and we'll make him drink that one. Although we could have just asked him to just drink the one on the table. Like, why did we have to do that?
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away.
He ran.
He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
He's hiding here. He's rented a room here. Okay, where do I find him? Upstairs? Yes. Here perhaps? There he is.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
See, now, as you can see, initially we thought he was just a scam artist and trying to rob people. Now that we know his story, that ambassador chap has ruined his career and he has left him with no choice. So he's actually not the bad guy here. If we arrest him, our reputation with the Alliance will improve. We can help him get out of the city, help the poor man, and then we'll make up some excuse and try to convince the ambassador that he has left or something, and then we fix the problem. So instead of getting like +2 reputation, we might get maybe +1 reputation, but we'll help the poor guy. So yeah, we'll help him get out of the city.
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Alright, so we have to go and talk to people and I think negotiate with the angry crowd. Okay, let's just save here because things could get ugly. What is this? I'm genuinely sorry to learn that you have not found the peace you were hoping for in Serene. Since your departure from the Ghent, situation has been deplorable. Those you had accused are now behaving as if the rules did not apply to them, regularly performing questionable experiments, and there is nothing the rest of us can do apart from keeping a low profile. I sincerely hope that you will eventually find some place where you can be at peace, your friend. So this guy wasn't lying, as you can see with his notes. Now we have to like if we had arrested him, the governor, the ambassador would have had his way. Okay, what is this? Innkeeper storeroom key. I think we can sneak him out, I think. What do we need to do? Find a way to exit the tavern. Okay, let's exit the tavern. We'll negotiate maybe later. I think we found the way with those keys. Hang on, why are we sneaking? We are robbing everything. Anything that's not nailed down, we are grabbing it. Alright, I think we found a way to sneak out of the tavern. Now, we need to take him out safely. We can't go through the front door, can we? Maybe the kitchen has a secret entrance.
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
No problem, I have the key. No, not this. Put the sword away.
I don't have the key.
Thought we just got the key.
I don't have the key.
Oh, this is the key. So this is the way we have to find, but how do we get the key? We only have lockpicking level 1. Ah, there's another key here.
Key to the tavern.
Ah, okay.
We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
Alright, we have to escort him out. Should we try talking to the angry mob outside? Might make our life easier. Let's go and talk to the mob first. Where is the mob? We won't have to sneak him out if we talk to the mob. Angry people, don't kill the poor guy.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you are angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd. I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
Propose a settlement. Okay, let's try this.
I can procure you some excellent potions. As long as you promise to put an end to this. True potions of healing. Like those you thought you were buying.
What are you, some sort of alchemist then? I hope you're not the same feather as the other. If that's the case, we have enough rope to hang the both of them!
Alright, calm down, woman.
Trust me. I swear that each and every one of you will receive one.
Our trust was already given. We're going nowhere without seeing the merchandise.
Such a large number of potions. This story's gonna cost you a fortune.
These vials could be lying around anywhere. I need to keep my eyes peeled.
I have the potions
you have
already.
those potions you promised us?
Yes. Here
I
they
have
are.
to give 6 health
Did
potions.
you see that? That other alchemist kept his word. I hope these are good ones.
The colour looks like it should, not like those others.
Well then, since you want us to go, then we'll be going. Come on, everyone!
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
Alright. I had the potions with us, so that was easier, I think. We don't have to escort him to safety. We can just... He can walk out the front door, I guess. We could have escorted him through the back. That was the other option. Alright, my man, you can go.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahin.
I owe you my life, my lady. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Alright. Now we have to go and convince the ambassador that the problem is solved, but since we did not get the guy, because he asked us to arrest him, we did not arrest him, so we have to make a convincing argument so that our reputation with them doesn't suffer. So what I'll do is I'll just save outside the door, and hopefully there's an option that we can use to not lose our reputation with them. You can see like how complex the whole thing is. We could have arrested him and that would have been an easy option. Our reputation with the Alliance would have been fine, but we would have sent the poor man to prison for no reason. Like, the ambassador has already ruined his career, and arresting him would have made it worse. But it would have been better for us because we are the diplomat and our relations with them would have been fine.
Your Excellency.
Lady
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Alright, see. Cover the escape. Confront him on his lie. Now, if I confront him on his lie, we'll lose reputation with the Bridge Alliance. If we cover his escape, he'll be satisfied. We won't get a lot of reputation points, but it'll still be positive.
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady 𝒔𝒏.
See, everything worked out. So that guy, we managed to get him to safety, and we also managed to keep our relations nice with the ambassador. So win-win for us. Okay, we'll save here, and we got some points, I think. Which one did we get? Skill points. Yeah, we have some skill points, so I'll put some more in the rifle category. Now we have to do the quest for the other chap. Yeah, that was an interesting quest. Now the other chap, if you remember, the religious group, they wanted us to catch some heretics who are trying to escape. So that is our next quest. The Coin Guard merchandise. This will complete when we land on the new island. So find these heretics. Now the heretics, they are using a smuggler to get out of town. So we have to find the smuggler first. That was a fun quest. Yeah. Like, if you don't mind like a lot of people complain about games like this because there's a lot of talking. But you can see the complexities. I've never played a game like this where you have to be so attentive, let's say, about the story and how you are trying. Your point is to keep good relations with everyone. Now, I could have arrested that man and they would have been happy, but that poor man would have suffered. So I wanted to do something that is right, but at the same time doesn't affect our relationship with the alliance, with the Bridge Alliance. Yeah. So I had to do this. And if we are going here, okay, we'll have to switch into a sailor outfit again because we are going into the sailor's coat, sailor's gloves, sailor's boots with leather heels. No, that's not the ones. Sailor's boots. Okay. So we are now in full. Do we have a sailor's hat? No. Being the voice of reason. Yeah, that's the thing about this game. You are playing a diplomat. That's why I said this is a diplomacy simulator. So, Captain Vasco. What do we have to talk to Vasco about? Find the smuggler. Okay, so maybe he knows where the smuggler is.
Madam, you
have no fear. Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of 𝒁𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒄𝒄 has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Naughts have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Alright, so they have...
Be back soon, Captain.
They have captured
we
a
need
smuggler.
to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Alright, I did go to the jail when we were looking for the other mission, so we can go there. I have the outfits, so we'll just go and talk to that guy. They have captured the guy. Who was that guy who had to set up Discord? Are you talking? No, that was another guy before. He set up my Steam group and then Discord as well. And yeah, Satyajit, he came later. I gave him the role because he knew Discord, etc. I think this is the prison.
I've seen a few...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing 𝒁𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒄. They are trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me, but you might want to be quick about it. If the Naughts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
Alright, first we'll check with those heretics, find them, and if they are there, then we'll free him. Can't just free him like that. Right. Disguise yourself as a Naut, we already did that. So he said behind this warehouse, so which one is it? Up here. That was where the harbor master was, right? Free the smuggler. And free the smuggler. Okay, so these guys are over here. Okay, yeah, we did get rid of the guards here, so we can just walk in here. Oh, there they are.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of 𝒂𝒏𝒏 so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Okay, so as you can see, we are getting more information.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of St. Matthias? The one who returned to 𝒂𝒏𝒏 after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of 𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒐, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒐 is without any doubt the land that our St. Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Okay, now see, the ambassador for 𝒂𝒏𝒏, they said there are some heretics who are trying to escape capture them, please. When we found the heretics, it turns out these guys are just historians. They discovered something about the founder of that religion, and they wanted to publish their findings, but they won't be accepted, and these guys will be burned at the stake for like saying something against it. So they were trying to run to the Bridge Alliance and escape death, basically. If we arrest them, they are dead. Our reputation would increase with the 𝐿 group, but these poor guys will be killed. So we can either let them go, or we can go and talk to the Bridge Alliance ambassador and tell him that, help me out, your enemy's enemies is like our friend, that kind of thing. So we could try that and see how that goes.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Now we have to convince the ambassador of the other country to let these guys in. Now I did do the quest for him. We did not capture the guy, but we did solve his problem. So I'm hoping he would agree to help out these guys. So we have to go and talk to the ambassador now. Other ambassador, that is. Hopefully he'll help us because we are sort of helping him against his enemies. We are weakening their enemies, let's put it that way. So you guys got to see. Okay, Mukund, see you next time. Study. So we have to go back to Dr. Sahin. Yeah, hopefully he appreciates the fact that we solved his charlatan problem, who was actually not a bad guy, but see, so this is politics. This is how politics works. Like, we could just care about ourselves and just arrest these people, hand them over, and just be on our way. Problem solved. But we don't want to do that. We want to be the good guys and pick the right options. Alright, let's hope Dr. Sahin is willing to hear us out. I mean, he did give us gifts and stuff, so he was okay with us, I think.
Your Excellency.
Lady
Desante.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthias, the founder of the mythical 𝒁, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without
Bingo!
doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
See, problem solved. Now he agreed because we helped him with his quest.
Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady Desade.
If we hadn't done the quest, okay.
We are eternally grateful.
Done.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Now we have to go and tell the other ambassador that these guys escaped. So we have to cover the escape and tell them that your enemies helped him or something. So we don't lose our reputation with them either, but we also have to complete his quest. I am back after okay, hello, welcome back, Abdul Samir. Okay, so let's save here in case the ambassador doesn't like our answer. What else do we have to do? Is there anything else we need to do? Oh, we have to free the smuggler as well. Let's free him. I forgot about him. Should we free him? I don't think we have to free him. We might lose reputation with the Knots if we free him from the prison. Okay, let's talk to the governor first and see what happens. Not the governor, ambassador. Cardinal.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Tell the truth, lie. Let's just lie. Lie through our teeth.
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Okay. Our reputation did increase.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Alright, so it kind of worked out. If he didn't get mad enough, too mad, and we didn't lie him, we just omitted certain aspects. Like basically, we were the one who set up their passage with the ambassador, but we told him that, oh, the ambassador helped us. We did not tell us our role in it. Is it the right thing to do or not? You can't please everyone. Yeah, that's how this game works. I'm experiencing a headache, I think because I played too much. What should I do? Suggest me, as you may have experienced. Yeah, if you played too much, then you should rest. The other thing is with Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, and Shadow of War was okay. The FOV is very low on that game, field of view. So you could either increase the FOV, or the other thing is just sit further back from your monitor when you're playing it. So don't sit too close, like lean back a bit more in your chair. That way, because sometimes when you're too close to the screen, if your character is just filling up the screen, you don't see the sides, the periphery, and as a result your brain gets you get a headache basically because you can't see much. For example, if I reduce the FOV too much, like if I'm only seeing, let's say, just these doors or something and we can't see around, then your brain gets a headache. Some people do, I mean not everyone. I do, I get a headache. So increase the FOV, field of view, or just lean back a bit and don't play as much. Obviously if you play for 8 hours straight, then yeah, you will get a headache. So that quest is also done, I believe. Let's save. Okay. Coin guard. So this coin guard merchandise, this will complete once we land on the island. Lie through the teeth, yeah. So now we can focus on the main quest, which is to find our bloody cousin. And meanwhile, we should change our outfit. We are no longer in need of being a sailor. We did not free the smuggler, so he'll not be happy. Should we keep this outfit? No, let's try this, and this is like a traveling suit. No, I like the doublet more. It looks more fancy, I guess. No equipment. I don't see the necklace anywhere. I don't know. It says you are wearing something, but this is better. I used a program called Flawless Widescreen to change the FOV in Shadow of Mordor. Don't know if they've added a fourth slide later on. Not for Shadow of Mordor, from what I can recall. Maybe in Shadow of War, because I remember Shadow of Mordor, literally 10 minutes in, I would get a headache. So I had to tweak the FOV. They did not have an option. Shadow of War was alright. I don't remember getting a headache because I did stream the whole thing, if you guys remember. Some of you were still here. I think at least Vortex was here. So I did not have an issue with that game. Can I stay, or are you spoilering the main story? Well, I'm kind of playing the whole game, so it will be spoilering the whole story. But what I'd said was, like, the first part, the prologue, I'll spoiler everything. Like, spoil everything, tell you everything in the story. And then once we land on the second island, the main island, then you can skip and you can go and play the game. Because I want to give a bit of background to the story so that you're not confused when you start playing the game. Because all of this, did you notice all the Bridge Alliance and the Heretics and the Thélème and the Nords and the Coin Guard? This can be a little difficult to understand at the start, so I'm trying to help you out with that. Then once you get the hang of it, you can just play it on your own. And you saw these 2-3 quests that I've done. You could have done these quests in many different ways. I chose like talking or like sometimes fighting. I've kept the fighting to a minimum, as you have seen, like no fighting so far. Apart from like some random thugs. Alright, so now we have to go and look for our cousin. And what we'll do is we'll go and talk to that innkeeper at the bar, because apparently he was having a party over there. And we have to find him there. Yeah, Vortex is still here because he's been in like all my streams. So when we played Shadow of War, I think Mukund was here as well. I don't remember Mukund and NZK back then. Yeah, I don't remember. I think maybe Sweet Dude was here as well. I can't remember. Because that was like about a year ago, around this time last year. Alright, let's go and talk to him about our cousin.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Kind of...
Nah, I just want to talk
I'm
about...
looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Alright, let's see.
That's not a small sum.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his daughter...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's see if we can fix his furniture. Or if we can just pay him off.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
Alright, all done.
You'd never guess they were once broken.
That was easy. I had the equipment.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new.
That does indeed look like fine work.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
I need to be off.
Alright, so now we have to go and rescue the cousin. cousin rescue time. Alright, we've done I think all the other quests. Move, woman. Alright, so cousin is in the rough part of town. I think seeing a game is much easier than playing. Yeah, I suppose. But the fun is in playing the game yourself. Isn't it? That's why a lot of these streamers, they don't play story driven games. I mean, not really, but if I play something like Apex Legends, nothing gets spoiled. But if I play a story driven game, you might be interested in playing the game, and by me playing it, I've actually given away the whole story, for example, if you watch the whole stream. Now, unless you've already played the game and you enjoyed it and you want to see somebody else play the game, then it's a lot of fun.
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Alright, I might actually shoot them in the face. Yeah, I think I have my guns already. So, yeah, I'll just fight them if I have to. Right.
We should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out.
Alright, shut up. Let's just get rid of him.
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it appears that he is held here against his wishes.
How do you know that?
His voice is one of a kind, gentlemen, and we can hear it in the street. I order you to free him immediately.
I order? I order, is that right? You're not cousins for nothing, you and that other drunkard. If you think all you need to do is come here and give us orders to get what you want...
Looks like we'll need to sharpen our words with our new friends.
I'm afraid so.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get...
Ah, he's dead. That was easy. Yeah, all talk. See, I told you the combat in this game is quite easy. Especially if you have your guns equipped and ammo. Piece of cake. See, we got the coin. Sorry, the key from that chap. Now all we had to do was shoot him in the face. Alright, I'll have a drink. Get my health up. What rating will you give this game out of 10? I would say about 8. But that's just my rating, my kind of game. Alright, so where is the cousin? Downstairs, upstairs? Where have you hidden him? Oh, there's some more loot here. Blah, more stuff here. Let's loot everything that we can. Yeah, we are getting close to the end of the prologue section, so once we find our cousin, then we'll be ready to leave on the ship. And once we get to the other island, then that is it for the prologue. Criminal's key. Alright, this is the outside. I think he must be upstairs then. Make sure everything is looted. Key to Constantine's cell. We found the key to his cell. What do we have here? We have some loot. Ammo is like a bit expensive, so I'm picking up all the ammo I can find. Okay, so he's here. Oh, we have the lock picking, so we did not even need to find the key. We could have just gone in. Okay, I think I've looted everything.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Companion equipment. So we have to find him.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Alright, I think everybody is equipped. We've got the right equipment. I think we have done everything. Alright, which way to the outside? Alright, I think we should be close to the end now of this prologue, that is. This is just the intro of the game. We haven't actually gotten to the main island yet. Alright, so we have to go and talk to the captain and tell him we are ready to leave. Let's sell all the crap that I don't need before leaving. Plague Doctor, get out of the way.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Welcome. Have you seen?
Alright. Spiked hammer. Yeah, sell that. Okay, discovers hat. Sailor's coat, we'll keep that. Old embroidered doublet, we'll sell that. Yes, traveling suit, we'll keep that. Old stained shirt, we'll sell that, we don't want that. Sailor's glove, thick blacksmith gloves, old reinforced gloves, we'll sell these gloves. We'll keep the sailor stuff because we may need to sneak in later. Alright, we'll keep the sailor stuff. Alright, we have everything we need.
Thank you for your visit.
Don't mention it. Playing story games makes you involved, then you think like I can play some more, and then another interesting mission comes. Yeah, exactly. You keep playing for the next mission and the next and the next. So let's just quickly recap. I want to make sure we've done everything before we talk to the captain. So we got the cabin boy that was the quest from the captain. Then we had the 𝐿𝒚 ambassador's quest, find the heretics. We did that. Then Bridge Alliance wanted us to catch the charlatan. We did that. Kurt wanted us to sort out the merchandise on his ship. We did that. Point guard. Yeah, so this part here, this will be in New Serene, like when we land there. You think that a game is really good if you feel bad when it's over? Yeah. You should try Dead by Daylight. Yeah, there are a lot of games that you guys have been telling me to try today. Okay, so we'll talk to Captain Vasco. We'll save here. And this will be the last time we are on this part of the map. Let's just see the map. Have I opened everything? All the question marks? Yeah, it's not a big area, as you can see. We have done everything. Yeah, all cleaned up. You can see we're not even level 4 yet, and we've done everything on this part.
Madam? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of 𝒂𝒃𝒄𝒄𝒄. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Okay. Ask permission to come aboard, Captain.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
You're basically saying finish your side quests if you want. Nope, I'm done. Let's leave.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover 𝒂𝒃𝒄𝒄𝒄.
Alright, this is going to be exciting. Get ready, chaps.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience.
Hang on, let me just
The voyage will be long.
change the equipment because I want to see if my character looks
full of gigantic creatures.
like
As big as
the...
buildings.
That's right.
Oh, we can actually remove the helmet.
In one of their ships.
I think they must have done like a patch or something. Because I don't recall. Hang on, let me load this, please. Alright, this is exciting.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Kurt! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
I hope I have enough ammo. Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. Shit. Jesus, like it's already badly damaged. I still...
blood. How do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
All right, let's go. So now we'll just set sail for the island, and we will be reaching the new island. So let's just do that. Strength, at least the strength. Should we? Endurance. I'll go with strength and endurance this time. Yeah, that creature was already very weak and injured, so finishing him off wasn't that difficult. Where is the captain? Oh, there he is.
Madam, gentlemen.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready her to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Alright, we are on to New Serene now. Now this is the island, the big island that everybody's been talking about. Now we are going to reach it for the first time. I mean, second playthrough. This is where I pop out. It was really fun watching. Gonna have to buy this game. Why will link? See you. Okay, sweet dude, take care. Yeah, I think this is the right time to stop watching, I guess. Well, I guess you can watch a bit more, but yeah, I'll also stop the stream here soon anyway, as soon as we land on the other side. Now the game starts.
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you are quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Naughts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence!
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Alright, so we have to now, he's now a companion. Now he'll just walk with us and do that. So yeah, this is the point where we stop. We have landed on the new island, and this is a big place. So this is just our city. Once we look at the world map, see, this is where we are. This is New Serene, and once we open up the map, we have the two cities of the two other countries, the Bridge Alliance and the, what was the other one, 𝐿𝒚. We have to go and talk to the governors. Then we have all the barracks. We have to finish Kurt's quest by going and talking to the barracks here. Yeah, so this is the point where the game actually starts. Did I just save it right now? Not quite. Alright, so yeah, I'll save it here. And yeah, as good a point as any to end the stream. So hope it was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this look at GreedFall. Now I don't know if I should do the whole thing, because I don't know, some people might not be able to watch it because of spoiler reasons. But yeah, I could try a bit more of this. I don't mind playing it a little bit every day. I can play it at a casual pace, I guess. Explore the map, do all the things. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.